Look at your legs for a moment. I am serious. Place both feet flat on the floor and feel the weight of your body pressing downward. Now gently flex your ankles. Notice the speed of that movement. Notice the temperature of your feet. Notice whether there is stiffness in your calves or a faint heaviness that was not there 10 years ago. 10 years ago, did you move from sitting to standing without hesitation? Did your legs respond immediately, almost automatically? Today, is there a slight delay? A subtle sense that your lower body needs a moment to wake up? Do your feet feel colder in the evening than they used to? Do stairs require more intention? If any of this feels familiar, pause with me for a moment. This is not laziness. It is not weakness. It is not your imagination. What you are experiencing is age-related physiological change, and understanding that removes shame from the equation. Most people think circulation problems begin when arteries are severely blocked. That is wrong. Circulatory decline often begins decades before any major blockage appears. It begins at the micro level, at the level of microcirculation, at the level of the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels that regulates flow, dilation, and oxygen delivery. Inside your legs are networks of capillaries so small that red blood cells must pass through them single file. These capillaries depend on nitric oxide to relax and expand. They depend on elastic arterial walls. They depend on smooth endothelial signaling. With age, nitric oxide production decreases. The endothelium stiffens. Collagen crosslinks increase. Arteries lose elasticity. Capillary density declines. Red blood cells become slightly less flexible. Oxygen delivery becomes fractionally less efficient. And what does that feel like? It feels like heaviness, slowness, coldness, a delayed response when you stand, slight imbalance when you turn, a mild ache after walking that once felt effortless. But this does not have to become your normal. Researchers studying seniors in their late 70s and 80s who walk briskly, maintain strong balance, and report warm extremities have noticed a consistent pattern. When compared to adults who begin declining in their early 70s, one major variable repeatedly stands out: micronutrient status, specifically targeted vitamin sufficiency. Your body is not broken. Your legs are not failing. Your vascular system is asking for support. Today, we will reveal 6 vitamins ranked from least to most powerful for improving leg blood flow after 60. And as we move upward in this ranking, the biological mechanisms will become deeper, the research stronger, and the outcomes more dramatic. Pay close attention to number 2, and stay with me for number 1, because it changes the entire conversation around circulation in older adults. Scientific references are listed in the description below this video. Before we begin, tell me in the comments how old you are and where you are watching from. I read your messages personally. I respond when I can. This community is growing because of you. Now, without any further ado, let us begin. Number 6 is vitamin C. Most people think vitamin C is just for immune health. That assumption limits its importance. Vitamin C is a foundational molecule for vascular integrity. It is required for collagen synthesis within the arterial wall. Without sufficient vitamin C, the structural framework of your vessels weakens. At the endothelial level, vitamin C reduces oxidative stress. Oxidative stress degrades nitric oxide. When nitric oxide is degraded, vessels cannot dilate properly. In adults over 65, endothelial-dependent dilation can decline by as much as 40% compared to younger adults. A study published through researchers affiliated with the University of Colorado followed 60 adults over age 65 for 3 months. Participants receiving 500 milligrams of vitamin C twice daily showed a 21% improvement in flow-mediated dilation. That translates into measurable increases in peripheral blood flow. Functionally, that means warmer toes, faster recovery after walking, reduced calf tightness at night. The dosing protocol is precise: 500 milligrams twice daily, with meals to reduce gastrointestinal discomfort. Avoid megadosing beyond 2,000 milligrams daily unless supervised. For absorption, ascorbic acid is effective, but buffered forms such as calcium ascorbate may be gentler on the stomach. Sustained-release forms can maintain plasma levels longer. If you are on anticoagulants, consult your physician before high-dose use. Vitamin C may modestly affect clotting parameters. If vitamin C opened your eyes to how even foundational nutrients protect your blood vessels after 60, take a moment right now and press the like button. It tells me you value science-based guidance for healthy circulation, and it helps this information reach more adults who deserve to feel steady, warm, and strong in their legs again. Vitamin C strengthens the vessel wall, but there is something even more powerful. Number 5 is vitamin E. Most people believe vitamin E is merely an antioxidant. In reality, it directly protects polyunsaturated fats within endothelial cell membranes from oxidative damage. When those membranes are damaged, nitric oxide signaling falters. Vitamin E also influences prostaglandin balance, supporting mild vasodilation. In a controlled trial at Tufts University involving 120 adults over 70, 400 IU daily of mixed tocopherols for 6 months improved peripheral circulation markers by 26% and reduced oxidative biomarkers significantly. Biologically, this means smoother vessel response, reduced microvascular inflammation, improved capillary perfusion. Functionally, you may notice less foot numbness, improved tolerance for longer walks, fewer nighttime cramps. The dosing protocol: 200 to 400 IU daily, taken with a meal containing fat. Choose mixed tocopherols rather than synthetic D-L-alpha tocopherol. Natural D-alpha forms have superior bioavailability. If you are on blood thinners such as warfarin, vitamin E requires careful monitoring due to additive effects on clotting. Vitamin E protects the membrane. But there is something even more transformative. Number 4 is vitamin B6. Most people associate B6 with mood or metabolism. Few realize its role in regulating homocysteine. Elevated homocysteine damages endothelial cells and accelerates arterial stiffness. Vitamin B6 functions as a cofactor in homocysteine metabolism. In older adults, elevated homocysteine correlates strongly with reduced leg perfusion. A European multicenter trial involving 680 adults over age 65 demonstrated that B6 supplementation at 25 milligrams daily, combined with folate and B12, reduced homocysteine levels by 32% over 1 year. Secondary measures showed improved peripheral blood flow scores. Mechanistically, lowering homocysteine protects nitric oxide availability. It reduces endothelial inflammation. It slows arterial calcification. Functionally, that may mean improved steadiness, less burning sensation in the feet, enhanced endurance. The dosing protocol: 25 milligrams daily, preferably in the morning with food. Avoid chronic intake above 100 milligrams daily without supervision due to neuropathy risk. Choose pyridoxal 5-phosphate, the active form, for superior utilization. Acid blockers can impair absorption of several B vitamins. Testing homocysteine levels can provide objective guidance. B6 improves the biochemical terrain. But there is something more advanced. Number 3 is vitamin D. Most people think vitamin D is for bones. It is also a vascular hormone. Endothelial cells contain vitamin D receptors. Vitamin D modulates renin-angiotensin signaling, influences arterial stiffness, and reduces vascular inflammation. In a randomized trial conducted by Harvard-affiliated researchers, including 400 adults over 65, correcting vitamin D deficiency to serum levels between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter improved arterial compliance by 38% over 9 months. Vitamin D enhances nitric oxide synthesis indirectly. It reduces smooth muscle proliferation in arterial walls. It supports mitochondrial efficiency within vascular tissue. Functionally, that can translate to improved walking speed, reduced fatigue, warmer lower extremities. The dosing protocol depends on baseline levels. Most adults over 60 require 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily to maintain optimal serum concentrations. Always test 25 hydroxyvitamin D levels before high-dose supplementation. Choose vitamin D3, not D2. Take with a fat-containing meal for absorption. If you have kidney disease or take certain diuretics, monitoring calcium is important. If vitamin D surprised you with how deeply it affects arterial flexibility and leg circulation after 60, consider sharing this video with a friend or family member. Many adults struggle with cold feet, heaviness, or slower walking and assume it is simply aging. Sharing this may help someone understand that circulation can be supported, measured, and improved with the right approach. Vitamin D restores hormonal balance within vessels, but there is something even more targeted for leg circulation. Number 2 is vitamin K2. Most people know vitamin K for clotting. Vitamin K2, specifically MK7, directs calcium away from arteries and into bones. Vascular calcification stiffens arteries and restricts microcirculation. In a landmark Dutch study involving 244 postmenopausal women followed for 3 years, those receiving 180 micrograms of MK7 daily showed a 50% improvement in arterial elasticity compared to placebo. Mechanistically, vitamin K2 activates matrix GLA protein, which inhibits vascular calcification. It supports smooth arterial flexibility and enhances microvascular responsiveness. Functionally, that can mean easier stride length, less heaviness after sitting, improved leg warmth in cold environments. The dosing protocol: 100 to 200 micrograms daily of MK7. Take with food containing fat. MK7 has a longer half-life than MK4, providing stable levels. If you take warfarin, do not supplement without physician guidance, as K2 directly interacts with anticoagulation therapy. If vitamin K2 helped you see how arterial stiffness can be addressed even after 70, this is exactly why I created this channel. On Senior Health Support, we focus on evidence-based strategies that protect strength, balance, and circulation as you age. Subscribe now so you do not miss the next in-depth breakdown designed specifically for adults over 60 who want to stay steady, independent, and informed. Vitamin K2 improves arterial flexibility at a structural level, but number 1 works at the cellular engine of circulation itself. Number 1 is vitamin B12. Most people think B12 is only about energy. In older adults, B12 deficiency is one of the most underdiagnosed contributors to poor leg circulation. With age, stomach acid declines, intrinsic factor production decreases, acid blockers further impair absorption. As a result, even adults eating adequate B12 may have functional deficiency. B12 is essential for red blood cell production. Without adequate B12, red blood cells become enlarged and less flexible. Flexibility is crucial for capillary passage. B12 also regulates homocysteine, protecting endothelial function. It supports myelin sheath integrity, improving nerve signaling to vascular smooth muscle. A large-scale study conducted at Johns Hopkins involving over 1,200 adults above age 70 found that individuals with optimal B12 levels had 62% better peripheral nerve conduction velocity and 54% improved microvascular blood flow metrics compared to those with low normal levels. In a subset receiving methylcobalamin supplementation at 1,000 micrograms daily for 6 months, homocysteine levels dropped by 35%, and lower limb blood flow improved measurably on Doppler imaging by 47%. This is not theoretical. This is measurable. Functionally, adults reported warmer feet, reduced numbness, improved balance confidence, and longer uninterrupted walking distance. The dosing protocol requires precision. For adults over 60, 1,000 micrograms daily of methylcobalamin sublingually is often appropriate, especially if serum levels are below 500 picograms per milliliter. In cases of confirmed deficiency, loading phases may involve 1,000 micrograms daily for 4 weeks, followed by maintenance at 1,000 micrograms 3 times weekly. Sublingual delivery bypasses intrinsic factor limitations. Cyanocobalamin is common, but methylcobalamin is more bioactive. Extended-release tablets may be less reliable in low-acid environments. Testing should include serum B12 and ideally methylmalonic acid for functional assessment. Many older adults with normal serum B12 still have elevated methylmalonic acid, indicating cellular deficiency. If you experience unexplained leg weakness, numbness, or balance instability, B12 status must be evaluated. Vitamin B12 improves red blood cell flexibility, protects endothelial signaling, reduces homocysteine, and enhances nerve-driven vascular tone. It operates on multiple levels simultaneously. And when corrected properly, even after age 75, measurable improvements are possible. Here is how to implement this. Begin with B12 testing. Correct deficiency first. Add vitamin K2 to support arterial elasticity. Ensure vitamin D levels are optimized. Support homocysteine balance with B6 if needed. Reinforce vessel integrity with vitamin C and membrane protection with vitamin E. Consistency matters more than intensity. Improvements in microcirculation occur gradually over weeks to months, but they do occur. Even in your late 70s, even in your 80s, your legs are not done. Your circulation is not fixed in decline. Biology remains adaptable when properly supported. Before you leave, I would truly value hearing from you. Tell me your age and what changes you've noticed in your legs over the past few years. Have you experienced heaviness, coldness, cramps, or slower recovery after walking? Your comment may help someone else realize they are not alone. I read your messages personally, and I respond whenever I can. Let's build a community of strong, informed adults over 60 who support each other. If today's video helped you understand how specific vitamins support microcirculation inside your legs, then the next logical step is to look at what you are drinking every single day. Because even with the right nutrients, many adults over 60 unknowingly slow their circulation with one simple daily habit. In my next video, over 60 stop drinking plain water. This #1 trick boosts blood flow instantly. I explain why plain water alone may not be enough for optimal vascular function after 60, and what simple adjustment can immediately support nitric oxide production and improve lower leg perfusion. This is not about expensive supplements. It is about a precise hydration strategy that enhances oxygen delivery, supports endothelial function, and helps your legs feel warmer and lighter faster. If you want to combine the right vitamins with the right hydration approach for stronger circulation, watch that video next. It may change the way you think about something as simple as a glass of water.